Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we're going to show you guys how to make one of the easiest breakfasts. First, we're going to make omelet, which is probably the easiest breakfast you can make.
There's different ways you can make omelet. The first way you can make it is just normal omelet with eggs. The second way, what we're going to be making today, is omelet with hot dogs. So we're going to be teaching you guys how to make hot dogs as well.
To make hot dogs, you only need 5 simple things. First, you're going to need your hot dogs, and then you're going to need a cutting board and a knife. You're also going to need a pot about filled halfway up with water, and we're going to put this on the stove to boil, and as it's boiling, we're going to cut our hot dogs. Now I'm just going to put this pot on high so the water can boil. When you cook hot dogs, you can cook them as a whole like this, or you can cut them into small pieces. The reason we're cutting them into smaller pieces is because we're putting them into omelet. So I'm done cutting the hot dogs and our water has come to a boil, as you guys see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna first of all turn this off, and then it's still hot even though we turned it off. So I'm just gonna move it to the side. So now you see it stopped bubbling, and we're gonna take off the lid and put our hot dogs inside.
Now I'm going to show you how to make the omelet. So here's all the ingredients you need. First, you want a bowl to crack your eggs in. You want a whisk or a fork to stir oil your eggs and crack the yolk. Then you want 1 egg per person. You could do 2 eggs if it's an adult. Then you want some salt to salt the eggs. And you could do milk or water to put in here, but I prefer milk, so we're going to put some milk in here. Now we're going to crack the eggs, but first things first, before you do that, you want to get close to a sink or a trash can. So right away when you break your eggs, you can put the shell in the sink, because if you don't and you put it on the counter, it gets all messy and it's just not very good. Okay, so now we're ready to crack the eggs. When you're cracking the eggs, you have to be really careful not to get any shells in. It's okay, sometimes the yolk breaks, but it's not that big of a deal. You have to just put your yolk after, put your shell in the sink, and then move on to the next one. And now it is very, very important to wash your hands after you crack the eggs, because the eggs carry a lot of germs, and then those germs stay on your hands. So you want to wash your hands with a lot of soap. Now it's time for the fun part, to mix the eggs. You want to just kind of take it and kind of crash the yolks all like this, and then just kind of stir it all around until it gets all yellow. After that, we're gonna add the salt and the milk. After you're done stirring, it should look something like this, yellow, and then after you're done, you can add milk or water, it's whatever you choose. I'm just gonna put a little bit, like about that much, and then mix it all up like that. Before you cook the omelet, you wanna preheat your pan. Over here, I'm gonna put it to about 6 so it gets warm faster, and then you're gonna put on your oil. You're gonna leave it like this for about a minute, and then put it down to a lower heat, like 4, and then you wanna put on your oil. You can either use an oil or a spraying oil. I'm gonna be using a spraying oil. You wanna shake it up, and then just... And now after you're done, it heated up, and you want to take your pan and go all around like this so that the oil gets all over your pan. Be careful, because this is very hot, so either have an adult help you or be very, very careful. Now we are ready to pour the omelet onto the stove. Be careful with this not to spill, and be careful not to burn yourself. Now we're gonna add our salt. You just wanna sprinkle it everywhere so that it all goes everywhere.
Classic omelet is just eggs, but we're gonna add hot dogs. Remember, you don't have to do this, but we're going to be doing it. So now I'm just gonna add hot dogs into the eggs, and make sure your eggs are on low heat as well. Make sure you mix it really well and put it on a low heat so the eggs don't burn. Our omelet is almost done. It's good to eat protein in the morning, so omelet is really good for you. And it's super easy, so you can make it for yourself or you can make it for your family members like your parents, and they appreciate it a lot. And the final touch to your omelet, you can sprinkle a little bit of cheese.